Indonesian Minister of Defense Prabowo Subianto received a visit from the Indonesian Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs Airlangga Hartarto and Secretary General of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development OECD Mathias Cormann and their delegation at the Indonesian Ministry of Defense, Jakarta, Tuesday 285. The two Minister of Defense guests were welcomed directly by PLT, Secretary General of the Ministry of Defense, Doni Irmawan Tafanto, at around 15:00 WIB. "How are you?" said the Minister of Defense to the Secretary General of the OECD when shaking hands. "Very good. Nice to meet you," responded the OECD Secretary General. It is known that Indonesia has just entered an important stage in OECD membership, namely the accession process. In this process, Indonesia is obliged to submit an initial memorandum to meet the standards and requirements for OECD membership. At this step in the accession process, it means that Indonesia is just one step away from becoming an OECD member. This will later become a new history for Indonesia, that Indonesia is the first country from Southeast Asia to become a candidate for OECD membership. So far, 38 countries have supported Indonesia's inclusion in the OECD. Previously in the afternoon, Indonesian President Joko Widodo also received a visit from Coordinating Minister Airlangga and the Secretary General of the OECD at the Bogor Presidential Palace, West Java. The meeting was related to updates on the accession process and steps that needed to be taken by the Indonesian government. Public Relations Bureau of the Secretariat General of the Ministry of Defense